What's good, everybody? It's your boy Vigilante, and listen, woo! I see that movie Sinners has got everybody they head all jumbled up. I finally got a chance to check it out. Very, very interesting movie. One thing that I want to say to everybody is the exact reason that I'm leaving America is exactly what you guys saw on screen. The art of deception. When you get into the movie industry, people will offer you things that you may necessarily not know that you're not supposed to take until it's too late. I remember when I got a big feature on the movie Life of the Party. I was chilling in the tent. I was with a couple of girls, and they called me out there because I had this Galaxy jacket on. Turns out the DJ didn't show up that day, so they had us in the lineup. When they finally told us what they got us out the tent for, there was an actual DJ that was there, and he said, "Hey, I'll take the role." I said, "Cool, give it to him," because I wanted to get back to talking to them girls. They said, "No, we want you." So I ended up going up there and I met Melissa McCartney and I met Christina Aguilera, but we didn't get a chance to take any pictures. When my friends got to set and they saw me, I was officially on the DJ booth as a featured extra. When we got done filming, I tried to go back to extras holding, and they brought me back over to where the people were in the main cast. But I didn't get a chance to hang out with anybody that was in the main cast because I wasn't a main character, but I also wasn't an extra anymore. So now I was in purgatory. Very confusing position to be in. They fed me better. They gave me better snacks, but I had nobody to talk to or hang out with. I was by myself. And I remember the guy looked at me and he said, "Would you rather be over here or would you rather be over there?" And I just looked at him. I didn't have an answer because my friends are over there, but the opportunity is over here. Sound familiar? Let's talk about the music industry and let's talk about the 360 deals. We already know what's going on with Diddy right now. We already know what happened with R. Kelly. And I'm pretty sure there's plenty of more stories like that that are floating around the industry. But let's just talk about the financial aspects. A person tells you, "I want to sign you to $1 million record deal because you got your first million views on YouTube." But what they don't tell you is that you're never going to see that money. I'm going to give you $100,000 advance. And you think that advance means signing bonus. Signing bonus means that you get to keep that money and it goes right into your pocket. Advance means this is money that I'm loaning you that you got to pay back with your record sales, your royalties, your equity, your appreciation, etc., etc. So you're never going to see that $1 million. You actually owe $1 million to the record label. So you thinking that you signing to gain something? This is Smoke and his brother buying the building, when actually what you're doing is you're giving me a free bag, which is what he was paying the white man for me to take back what you feel that I'm giving you, which is him coming the next day to shoot the building up with his friends. Let's talk about the casting couch, a place where you get paid a couple hundred to a couple $1,000s to tell a porn company your name, your age, to have intercourse on camera. You have no ownership of the footage, and now they get to circulate your likeness in perpetuity for the rest of their life. That is the literal definition of selling your soul. The thing about people who want you to sell their soul, to sell your soul to them, is that they always have a great pitch. They'll tell you things like you get to live forever. You'll become immortal. You will be of the highest and the most elite. This is what we would consider in the industry to be the Illuminati. And they'll do something grand like they did with Smoke. And they'll take your brother, take your sister, take your mom, take your dad, hold them for ransom, literally and figuratively, make you make a decision on the spot. In America, just to rent a house or an apartment, the average price right now is $1,500 to $1,800, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because for that same price, you can live for 2 to 3 years with no bills in any other country and continent. They make you feel excited for you to get an apartment, a place that they own, that you pay them so that you can live in their four walls. And they make you jump through hoops, 3 times the rent, this credit score, this right here, this, that, this work history, these pay stubs, these bank statements, just so that you can pretend that you actually, just so that they can pretend that they actually gave you something, when literally you're borrowing something from them that they plan to take back, something they can kick you out of anytime. Sound familiar to the movie? That's why I've never ever in my life been excited to get an apartment, and I never did. And when I was going to purchase a home, I started to think about it. 2, 3 years of work history, making quadruple, flipple, if that's even a word, as much money as it needs for you to be able to put a down payment, closing cost, to be able to have a loan that probably starts at 100,000 on the low end, and for it to turn into damn near 200,000 once you start to finance it. So now you're pretty much paying towards all interest. So now this person is getting paid just for the opportunity to sell it to you. That's another slave deal. I'm saying all of this to say these are the reasons that I'm leaving America. Every time I have conversations with my people in Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Kenya, Egypt, they all tell me the same thing. You can come out here and get a hotel room for 15, 20, $25 a night. You can rent you an apartment for 50, 60, $70 a month. You can buy you a home for 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever you want to pay. You can get you some land for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, how many acres you want. You can come out here, open up your business. It's always important to be around people that look like you and to be around people that present you with fair opportunities. All in all, I think that Sinners was a great movie. I really hope that we get the backstory to how that white guy was burning when he first met those other white people with those shotguns at the door. And I want to know, was he burning because he was in the sun, or did they throw garlic on him? And I also want to know, where did the Indian people come from, and why didn't the Indian people continue to pursue the vampires? Why did they just leave them? Somebody answer these questions for me. But that's my Sinners movie review. Great job, Michael B. If you do Sinners 2, I would love to be a part of it. I would love to play 2 characters as well. Let's get that thing popping.